Welcome back, Northwest, to your Monty Nation station. As always, I'm Zachary Summer.
I'm Eric Sackrider, and let's get into your second show. And to start off this week's show, we have Hidden Talents with Mary and Dakota.
This week is Dakota's unicycle riding ability.
Can you ride a unicycle?
No, I can hardly ride a bicycle sometimes.
I'm Dakota Hit, and not a lot of people know I can ride a unicycle. Well, one weekend, me and my family went on a camping trip, and my brother had already known how to ride the unicycle, and I was always too small for it because the seat doesn't go down and you got to be a certain height, and I was finally tall enough, so I figured I could ride it. Like, my brother can ride it, I can ride it. So I took all weekend, the whole camping trip, and I just kept trying to ride it and kept trying to ride it. And I finally could go all the way around the loop in the campground, and I could ride the unicycle. A lot of people, they're like, well, is it hard to ride a unicycle? And I'm like, no, it's not. You just make it hard yourself if you think it's hard. You're just thinking about it too much. Honestly, it just comes natural to me. I don't think I would try to teach anybody else because when I learned how to ride it, I didn't get any pointers on how to do it. My brother didn't want me to be able to ride it, so I think it's more of a, if you're determined to do it, you'll be able to do it. Now, I don't necessarily practice a lot, like riding the unicycle itself, but when I was, other than when I started, obviously, but now the only time I ever practice is when I'm like trying a new trick, like going backwards or like a tight turn or something like that. Then I'll practice that a little bit, but other than that, I just cruise. Nobody asks about it. I'm not trying to keep it a secret. It's just nobody ever asked me about it. So I'm not one to brag. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can ride a unicycle. But, that's why nobody knows about it.
Okay.
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Picture my cat. I'm just kidding. Ready? You ready?
And then after that, we have Unique Jobs 101 with Connor.
This week, we learn about submarine chefs.
Okay, what is going on, guys? Connor here with Unique Jobs 101. Today we have a unique one. Some of you might have never even heard of it and didn't know they exist, but I mean, they have to exist. Today we're going to be talking about submarine chefs. So what a sub cook does is they cook for the crew in the submarine. So they basically cook 3 meals a day for around 58 people every day. So the big question is, what does a submarine chef pay? Well, the base pay for being a submarine chef is around $58,000, but after you get all the like critical trade allowances from the Navy, the figures jump to about $200,000 a year. $200,000 a year, that's a lot of money for being a cook on a submarine. Okay, so some key qualities to have for being a submarine chef is you need to have good people skills. I mean, you're down there under the water for a couple weeks at a time, and people are the only companions you have, so you need to be able to communicate well with others. So to become a submarine chef, you need to pass all the Navy requirements that any other recruits would have. So you need to pass the health and background checks, and you need to go through the same 9-week training program that all the other enlistees go through. After that, in order to become a sub cook, you attend Class A school where you learn all the facets of preparing food and for a small group on board. So a little fun fact about submarines, sometimes you might wonder how long they stay underwater at a time. Well, submarines are usually stocked with about 90-day food supply, so they can last around 3 months. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Unique Jobs 101. Today we talked about submarine chefs, and if you like food and you don't mind being in close quarters, this would be a good job for you. I mean, it pays really well, so we'll see you next week.
After that, we have Megan and Mako with the Chicago cinematography video.
I've been to Chicago a couple times. It is a beautiful city.
It's so great.
And after that, we have My Strange Addictions with Mallory and Merrick.
This week, we see Coach Slater and his weird things he does during football season.
Hi Northwest, this is Coach Slater here, giving you my strange addictions. I have a lot of, I guess, superstitions when it comes to coaching and just kind of crazy habits. I always tell people that I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. First thing, I always chew the gum of the opposing team color that we're going to play. I learned that from my good friend Mr. Newsom, and I started doing that, and now it's become a habit of mine. Every Sunday at our football staff meetings, I've always I always have sunflower seeds, and whatever flavor I get to start the year, I chew that same flavor. Like, so if it's sunflower seeds that are cracked pepper, I eat the cracked pepper seeds all year on Sundays only, with a orange Gatorade every time. I also am very systematic about what I wear. I'm kind of superstitious about what I wear. So, for instance, this year, coaching this year, we were 9-0, and I didn't wear a jacket all year. So I didn't wear a jacket when it was really cold. That's kind of crazy, but it's just one of the things that I did. I felt that I just didn't want to change the mojo, and I don't shave until we win or until we lose. So this year I was pretty scruffy until we lost. So those are just some of the superstitions that I have and some of my strange addictions that I have. And I also have one more too, that I've used the same dry erase marker to draw on the whiteboards for the last 18 years. So I use the same one. So those are my strange addictions and weird superstitions.
And to finish off our show, we have Emily's Space Science Lab with Austin.
What a great way to end the show.
Always is.
In my previous space show videos called Time Warpers, I shot Carly in the body with a laser gun. He felt painful when this happened. Then in Time Warpers of Events, the evil sister fired a laser gun at me. Then I got revived. And now I'm back for some more action. This time we got Emily Du Bois herself. She's been working on science in space.
Hi, I'm Emily Du Bois.
This is Emily's Space Science Lab.
We interrupt this program for our time warping news. As you know, a person named Allison Dianthia was captured by Carly. We would go on to Brockton for a brief talk.
So Brockton, what happened?
I was talking with Allison when the alien guy captured her. I was so scared when it happened.
It is I, the great leader of space, and I would like to announce to all of you that the aliens are taken hostage. With the space tower out of control, Carly's taking over the world, and we must stop him. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that's all for your Mountie Nation station this week. As always, I'm Zachary Summer.
I'm Eric Sackrider, and this is your Mountie Nation station.